running at the bottom, now coming back. Next to Mariota. Washington for the win. Mariota has it rejected by Benito. And Denver has won 9 in a row.
They had a walk-in touchdown. They had a walk-in touchdown. All they had to do was get it over the head of Nick Benito, who is known for his sacks, 9.5 on the year, and they had the play called perfectly. The blitz was the perfect setup for it. The total pick was made, and there was no way that wasn't going to be a touchdown or a two-point conversion.
Nick Benito, second-team All-Pro last year. One of the top edge rushers. There's the guy who's going to come and open.
There's the defender, Hufanga, who had to come over and watch him get picked. Absolutely wide open for the two-point conversion and the win, but for Benito's long arms.
Oh, he gets up too, and as you said, Chris, that's the 86th snap of the night. Benito's been on the field for so many of them in the key spot. Marcus Mariota had such a good performance tonight for this Washington Commanders team. Good performances everywhere on this field.
And if Mariota had it to do over again, he could have thrown it about as high as he wanted to because there was nobody there. I'm sure he saw him and just wanted to get the ball to him and just give credit to Nick Benito. He made the play, but I never say I'm proud of a team, but Washington showed up. I'm telling you, they fought their tails off out there tonight against a really good team.
The Denver Broncos' 9th win in a row after trailing at some point in each game. That's the longest streak in NFL history. Dan Quinn's not alone. A lot of guys have been so close. But Nick Benito and the Denver Broncos come up with big play after big play in the fourth quarter or in overtime. Marcus Mariota came this close to a tremendous comeback win. But instead, Denver goes to 10-2, tied atop the AFC. Chevrolet postgame after this.
Welcome to the Chevrolet postgame. Here now, Mike Tirico.
Chris and I are just discussing overtime strategy here. So glad you came back. Denver 27, Washington 26. In overtime, both teams score a touchdown. Denver gets the extra point. Washington goes for 2, and they are denied. So the Commanders have lost their last 7 games. Meantime, Denver, this 9-game win streak after the 1-2 start, has Denver, at least for the next 24 hours, as the #1 seed. New England plays tomorrow night. At the moment, the common games tiebreaker slides Denver into the 1 spot and New England into the 2. But again, we'll have a result with New England tomorrow. Jacksonville, Baltimore, you see division leaders, the 3, 8, and 4 wildcard teams. Houston and Kansas City we'll discuss momentarily next Sunday night. Huge games for the teams that are chasing. Our players of the game in this one tonight. Of course, with the play at the end, Nick Benito's going to be up there. But Bo Nix and R.J. Harvey are as well. But you cannot forget Alex Singleton, what he came through to be on the field here tonight. And those stars standing by with Melissa Stark.
All right, Mike, well, Bo Nix just saying, I can't believe that football game. What is going through your mind when the defense holds them off down there?
Well, we always feel like if we get the ball to the defense, they're going to make a play to win the game, and they did it again. And time after time, you know, they could have broken there in the last drive, but they just, you know, made the last stand, and we just make plays when we have to. RJ, the Rook, played real good tonight. You know, it's just we have a great football team. We have a football team that cares a lot about one another, and it's great to be a Bronco, man. We're headed the right direction.
That's awesome. All right, the Rook over here. You're filling in for the injured J.K. Dobbins. 2 touchdowns, including the game winner. How did you come up so big?
Yeah, shout out to the whole offense, the whole O-line. You know, we executed. It was a great drive by us, and this is probably the most craziest game I've been a part of. So I'm just happy we won.
Love that smile. All right, Alex, come on in here because you told me before the game you were going to have to try to hold it together after the weirdest 3 weeks of your life, being diagnosed with testicular cancer, having surgery, and coming back. What were your emotions tonight?
Yeah, you know, I just love these guys. I love this league, you know. the guys on the other teams coming over, giving me support after this. I mean, there's nothing else you could ever want in this world. But this team, it's special. I'm just happy to be a part of it. I love these guys. And
wait, and you really laid it on the line. We have to see this. What happened here?
I lost a knee pad.
All right, you'll have to go get that. But congratulations, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, great win all the way across the board. 4 straight wins by 3 or fewer points for Denver. They've won by 3, 3, 3, and 1 the last 4 games. That ties the longest single-season streak in NFL history for winning games by 3 or less. The 86 Giants won 4 in a row by 3 or less. Bo Nix continues to play winning football here in year 2 in his NFL career. Exhale, what a day of football from early on to the very last snap. We'll show you the best of when we come back.
Welcome back to the Chevrolet Postgame.
Time now for your Peacock Picks of the Week. Spend some time with the Banks family. It's the final season of Bel Air, streaming now. Bring the adventure home with Jurassic World Rebirth. And join your favorite reality stars as they break down all the drama of next Sunday's Texans-Chiefs game live on Sunday Night Football. Reality Hot Seat. I'm sure they'll be having the overtime discussion as well.
I hope I can.
That'll start. Maybe you can join them?
Why not?
At 8 Eastern on Peacock. And right now, Sunday Night Football final with Jack, Tony, and Rodney. Pat Surtain's going to join them on the set. That's right now on Peacock. All right, today, AFC South clearing its throat. Jacksonville gets a win over Tennessee. They are 8-4. Houston gets the win against Indianapolis. That game tight throughout 4 games in a row. C.J. Stroud back for the Texans. We'll talk about them more in a little bit. We'll see them against Kansas City next Sunday night. Buffalo, sluggish early, turns it on, gets a big defensive play, and on to beat Pittsburgh, which has now lost 5 of their last 7. And the Carolina Panthers continue to improve. They beat a team that we saw last week at the Rams, said, wow, Rams may be the best team in the league. They come east to Charlotte. Bryce Young has a 3-touchdown pass game, including this big one to Teteroa McMillan, a 43-yarder. Latter stages of the 4th quarter to put Carolina up 31-28. And then the strip sack, Derek Brown. They also intercepted Matthew Stafford in this game and closed it out under pressure. And Chris, it's one of the many good stories this year. Teams that you didn't expect would be good. And then you said, well, it was a nice start. Maybe they'll go away. That's a great, great win in Charlotte for Carolina.
I'm finished anointing. Anointing has not gone well this year.
No.
Would you agree with that?
1000%.
Like, how many teams have we anointed? Oh, well, for sure, Philadelphia, that's the best team in football, and then they get beat. And we go out and we watch the Rams. Oh, for sure, the Rams. I heard all day today. I'm watching all the shows and doing all that. Everybody was anointing the Rams. It's been a bad year for anointers. I'll just say that.
And a great year in places like Charlotte and Foxborough, Indianapolis for a stretch, Jacksonville resurgent. It is fun to see these teams continue to have a voice and make an impact as we go into now the key part of the month. It's December.
And you sit out here and you watch Denver play tonight, and they have won 10 in a row. Like that.
I know.
I mean, it's been crazy. I can't imagine the Broncos fans, what they've been going through, but they keep winning those games. And if they land with home field advantage, it's them in New England now sort of battling it out. Who's going to end up getting it? But this has been a crazy, fun, one of my favorite seasons.
I agree.
That we've been around for a long time.
Because every time we say they're going to lose this game, go, nope, that's not happening.
I know.
The 4-win Bengals are 2 games out with 5 to go. I know you weren't with us on Thursday. I just thought I'd tell you. Cortland Sutton and the Broncos had some kind of night again. And Chris mentioned it. 4 consecutive wins by a total of 10 points. Greeting the Broncos fans, many of whom traveled here to enjoy their team on the East Coast. We'll look ahead to the Chiefs, or get to the cliff against CJ and the Texans. Next Sunday night preview comes up after this.
Welcome back to the Chevrolet Postgame.
During this time of the year, what does it take to win with this much pressure?
The best defense in the league delivers in the biggest moment.
Can you find what it takes
Touchdown, Kansas City!
to rise up
Got
break through? We'll see Sunday night. Texans. Chiefs.
And let's find a way.
Well, we'll have a bunch of big star names, and when the Chiefs have the ball, Will Anderson and that terrific Houston defense tops in the league in points per game and yards per game. We try to continue to slow down a Chiefs team that has just not kicked into that next gear. So in this division with the Denver win, Kansas City is now 4 out with 5 to go. So that's likely done. A few weeks ago we did this, and you said they'll be fine. Kansas City will be fine. If I ask the same thing now?
If they win this game, I mean, we just saw Buffalo a week ago really struggle against that defense, right? Kind of got beat up, and Josh 8 sacks, whatever it was. And then Buffalo turned around and beat up Pittsburgh pretty good today, so it wasn't like it was Buffalo. So if the Kansas City Chiefs are going to stay alive this season, they're going to have to do it against one of the best defenses in the land, and pressure is on Patrick Mahomes to get it done.
It's crazy we're having that conversation in week 14, because now they're a couple back in the wild card. The division 4 back with 5 to go, that's almost done, but they've got work to do with the wild card, not just one game, multiple games here.
Can you even imagine this offseason telling somebody that the Kansas City Chiefs would be playing for their playoff life with, 4 weeks still to go?
Week 14, right.
It's crazy.
Right. And we've said must win, important game. Now it's really getting to that edge for Kansas City. So Arrowhead will be cold next Sunday night, so we'll do casual Sunday once again, and we'll see you. We're one of the big ones, Houston and Kansas City, on a good slate for week 14 in the NFL. That's tomorrow morning on Today. Go inside the game at the Commanders' state-of-the-art recovery center. Get a behind-the-scenes look at the cutting-edge treatments that help players maintain performance, treat injuries, and get back on the field. The Recovery Center is the story tomorrow morning on Today right here on NBC. We're all going to a recovery center after this weekend. Great weekend. Our amazing team pulling it all together. These 2 games on Thursday and Sunday. Thank you all, led by our producer, Rob Hyland, our director, Drew Esikoff, and everyone else down in the trucks down here working in the stadium. With Chris Collinsworth, Terry McCauley, Melissa Stark, Mike Tirico, so on from Landover in a thriller in overtime. The Broncos beat Washington 27-26.
NBC Sports, home of Super Bowl 60. Thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League.